All right, what's going on, everybody? Aaron Michael Eschenberg, Honest Dane, back at it again today to talk a little bit about the energy that's going on this weekend and what's happening right now. So I posted a video yesterday about the astrology that's happening and a lot of the energies that's happening this weekend, how it's kind of life-changing stuff, and I just kind of wanted to recap on that a bit and to go over maybe some non-astrological things. This is about, trusting your gut. This is about ignoring this voice in your head that's like, I'm not sure if I can really do this. I'm not sure if this is the right step for me, if this is the right place. We're at this time in the astrology upstairs. It is a lot of confusing times going on with conflicting in our head than our guts. What is my brain saying? What is my gut saying? Well, I really want to do this, but I'm not sure if I have the ability. Or there's all kinds of doubts, not only doubts and fears like we talked about yesterday, but obstacles and distractions that are in our path right now. So I'm going to share some things with you that have happened on my journey a little bit to ease into that and say, like, look, it's a jump in the deep end kind of a time right now. It's get off of whatever you're on and to make it happen. And we need to trust ourselves, to trust our intuition more than the doubts that are going on upstairs to follow through with these actions. So again, normally when I write astrology posts or anything about life philosophy, good lessons and things, I sit down in my safe space behind my laptop and type it all out. I can filter myself, I can edit myself, and ultimately I can backspace and say, no, I don't want that, I'm going to put this in there. To where this approach is obviously, I don't get that leisure, that freedom, and I certainly am not going to edit this video and chop it up with the bunch of jump cuts in the middle. So it's stepping out of that comfort zone again and doing what we feel is necessary to move forward. So yesterday I got the inspiration to come out and make this video for you, and obviously it's cold in the D. We all know that song. It's cold out here. That's all right, but I don't want to do this inside. So I come outside, and as soon as I come out here, I'm getting ready to do this. My stomach starts grumbling. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I'm kind of hungry and being distracted with this thought of I need to eat. And then my neighbor starts blowing his leaves, right? Then the garbage trucks start coming. Then I finish the video and my phone deleted it, right? If that wasn't enough to give up, to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm about to go sit down and just type a little something up, or not even at all, and say, we're good. Yeah, everyone's on their own path. Everyone's doing their own thing. This message isn't important to get out there. But it said, no, that's what my brain was telling me. But my gut is like, no, this is important stuff to share with people, to share. And to not listen to my comfort zone and wanting to go inside and be warm or go hang out with friends or do whatever, long list of responsibilities and things I need to do. It's like, no, do this, do what's necessary right now and step out of that. And again, that's a huge aspects of what's happening this weekend, is stepping out of our comfort zone, doing what needs to be done for not necessarily for ourselves, but for the benefit of other people as well. It's time to really trust our instincts. We have the knowledge of the entire universe inside of us. The walls of Alexandria are in us. The Akashic records are inside of us. They're built into our DNA. And through meditation and stillness of mind, we're able to tap into that stuff and bring it up. I was at a workshop this weekend, and at the very end of the workshop, we did this Qigong exercise, right? And at first, everyone's running around this room. The instructor is instructing everyone to really vocalize and go deep within their animal nature and scream and shout and to kind of take the lid off of holding back, and we have to be quiet as we're in here. We don't want to disrupt somebody else's whatever they've got going on. We don't touch this, all these things that kind of limit us and keep us that lid on, if you will. So he's instructing, take this lid off, run around, scream, get that energy out of you, right? So people are making all kinds of crazy noises and screaming and this guttural stuff and everything. So when we did this Qigong exercise, I was amazed. Those of you who know me, I'm a sound therapist, deep into sound for about 10 years now, with the healing aspects of sounds and how they affect our body, the chakras and all of this. So I can confidently say I was the only one in this room that has an understanding of the healing powers of sound and the vowels to the chakras, right? So this is what happened though. This was amazing to me, and I shared it with the instructor who's a buddy of mine. So we're making all these crazy sounds and screaming and hitting the peak of our vocal cords and stretching as high as we could possibly go. And as soon as, okay, now we're gonna lie on our backs, lift your right leg in the air, shake that right leg out, and make the sound. This is what he said, make the sound of whatever that right leg is. And the entire room, it was amazing, the entire room went right into that root chakra vowel and the note and just hit it all together. It was no instruction to do so. It was just go into the body, listen to the body, and whatever this sound is of the leg, release that sound. Root chakra, UGH, low, So then he says, okay, now we're gonna go up into the arms. Now raise your arm in the air and shake that arm out and make whatever sound the arm is. And I thought maybe they're gonna do the same thing, or maybe they're gonna scream. No, everyone in the room, they raised the pitch of their voice and they all went, which is the heart chakra. It's opening up the heart, opening up these limbs here. And again, nobody in this room had this understanding of what was happening, but yet it's embedded in them, it's ingrained in us that we just know this stuff. It's like Reiki. There's so many people that doubt Reiki, but it's like as soon as you stub your toe, what's the first thing you do? You put your hand on it. You hit your elbow. Your forehead, whatever it is, you put your hand on it. There's healing aspects to that, these vibrations that go through our hands. And the body knows this, but it's our brain that doubts these things and says, well, no, there's gotta be a logical, scientific explanation, And as far as the astrology goes, we're talking about the oldest science in the world. Watching the stars, watching the planets was something that the ancients did far before we were even considered a country. It's something serious to think about. So there's a lot going on upstairs that really reflects, just like the gears of life, is what's going on up there is really going on down here in our lives. To where a point for me, I almost question free will versus fate and destiny at times, because life seems to put us on our paths. But I know personally, I watch a lot of inspirational videos. I seek out things for when people say jump, which is part of why I'm doing this. It's like, this is an opportunity to jump. This is the opportunity to do what we do, whatever it is that we do that we're great at, that might not be a career right now, or you might not see a way for it to be successful business. It's saying go deep in ourselves, trust our instincts, right? Trust ourselves, get out of the head, the over-analytical head, and move forward with it. So professionally, this is not my job. I work in the TV and movie industry. If months ago you'd have said, Aaron, you're gonna start making videos and put them on YouTube, do you think the first video I would have put up would be on my cell phone with earbuds? No. Why? Because of quality control. My shit filter's too high. And I'd say, no, I've got a high definition camera in there with big sick lenses and sound gear and all this stuff to deliver the message on sheets of gold and diamonds instead of on a napkin. but that's where we're at right now. It's like, what do we trust right now? Do we need to see the message delivered in gold? Do we need to see it chiseled in stone or carved into bark? Or is a cocktail napkin or just a little bit of a little push from somebody, from a friend or a loved one saying, hey, I think you would be really good at that. I think you could follow through with this and be very successful. That's where we're at. It's a great time. It's all happening this weekend. It's all happening. Doors are opening up. The full moon's going to be great. We have, again, Scorpio. We have Jupiter in Scorpio at 11 degrees. Neptune over here in Pisces, 11 degrees. And then come Sunday, 11 degrees, the sun in Sagittarius, 11 degrees, the moon over here in Gemini, which is going to be squaring the sun, or squaring Neptune, which is again our dreams. So we have the sun and the moon, self and our emotions squaring our dreams. So this time is very, it's that I'm not sure, I'm too upstairs, right? But I'm urging you, move past it, follow your gut, do what you got to do in this lifetime, have the conversations with the people that you need to have, because again, some people will leave your life at this point in time. Some people are going to come into your life very unexpectedly at this time. And it's the natural ebb and flow of things. But I really strongly encourage, if people are going to leave or you're going to leave someone's life at this time, to do so graciously. You know, if you're going to have one of those hard conversations with somebody, put on your kid gloves and really, maybe they hurt you, maybe you hurt them, whatever it is, just try to really be in that heart space and communicate through there instead of the ego and this battling back and forth. We're all on track. We all got to do what we got to do in life. And you never know. Sometimes we come back around full circle and those people end up in our lives and they stay there forever. Sometimes they don't. It is what it is. We got to do what we got to do, right? So again, it is cold out here in the D. I'm about to get inside. I'm going to warm up, but I just wanted to come back out and just say, follow through. Get out of your head. Get out of what you think you can't do and just try it. You know, one more thing before signing off is about successful people know when they look at a situation and they say, there's this big obstacle that needs to be done, or I want to do this big grandest thing. They don't say, how can I do this thing? They say, how can it be done? You know, they take themselves out of the equation in a sense to just say, okay, well, these are the steps that it would take to make this happen. And it makes it a lot easier to digest, and you don't look at this, you know, oh my God, I got to clean my whole house and all of this or whatever, you know, it is what it is. But it's like, when you look at the whole, sometimes it can be so overwhelming that you just want to walk away and say, no, I can't. Take I out of there and say, this has to be done. How can it be done? And then now bring yourself back into it and start chiseling away, you know. That's where we're at. We're making Michelangelo. You know, we got to chisel this block one little piece at a time. Or Michelangelo's David, excuse me. Chiseling this block one piece at a time until it's going to be a beautiful sculpture. And that sculpture is ourselves and the life that we're living. And people get to appreciate that as you get to appreciate them. So this is all for the greater good. So trust yourself. Get out of your head. Have a great day. I'm excited to see what's going on in your lives.